Once upon a time, in the heart of a storied southern town, I found myself adrift in the sea of Mercer University, Macon. Oh, how I had dreamt of ivy-draped halls and the sweet whisper of knowledge passed down through generations. But alas, my dream was to be cruelly deceived, for Mercer was not the nurturing cradle of intellect I had envisioned, but a gilded cage, a varnished trap for the unsuspecting dreamer. From the moment I set foot on this hallowed ground, I was ensnared by the sticky webs of deceit and avarice. The air was thick with the scent of broken promises and the silent screams of tuition dollars vanishing into the ether. The campus, a labyrinth of opulence and neglect, mirrored the duality of Mercer's solar facade of grandeur masking the rot within. My quarters, a cell in a perverse boarding house of horrors, were a testament to the institution's disdain for its charges. The walls, thin as parchment, bore the stains of generations, and the air hung heavy with the musk of rodent tenants who had claimed squatters' rights long before my arrival. Oh, the indignity of it all. To be subjected to such squalor, to lay my head where vermin frolicked with impunity, was an affront to my delicate sensibilities. The dining hall, a cavern of culinary cruelty, served up victuals that were but a mockery of sustenance. Each morsel was a gamble, a Russian roulette of the palate, where the odds favored the house. The flavors, a cacophony of bland and bitter, clung to the tongue like a stubborn malaise, while the textures played a perverse game of hide and seek with one's dignity. The lukewarm slop, masquerading as cuisine, was a daily reminder of Mercer's voracious appetite for profit over people. As I wandered the corridors of learning, I found myself a stranger in a land that had no room for the free spirit, the seeker of truth. The professors, those beleaguered sentinels of knowledge, were but ghosts in the machine, their passions suffocated by the weight of administrative apathy. Classes, when one could find them amidst the scheduling chaos, were often as packed as a can of sardines, with each student vying for a scrap of attention. The honor council, a kangaroo court if ever there was one, was a specter that loomed over the student body, casting a pall of paranoia and dread. To be summoned before these academic inquisitors was to face a trial by ordeal, where innocence was but a mere formality on the road to punishment. The stress, a relentless tormentor, gnawed at the edges of my sanity, as I watched my peers and I be ground into dust under the heel of Mercer's bureaucratic behemoth. And oh, the diversity, or rather, the stark absence of it. Mercer, in its hallowed halls, had mastered the art of segregation by silence, where the unspoken rules of social stratification were as rigid as the bars on a prison cell. The coloreds, as we were so quaintly referred to, were islands in a sea of uniformity, where the whispers of racism were but a shout away from the surface. The city of Macon itself, a backdrop to this theater of the absurd, was a place where one's steps were dogged by the specter of violence. The streets, once vibrant arteries of life, now lay cold and lifeless, a testament to the city's descent into chaos. The bank, that bastion of capitalism, stood as a fortress of solitude in a sea of despair, where even the simple act of banking was fraught with peril. In this land of lost dreams, the administration, those architects of deceit, played their games of thrones, wielding their degrees from for-profit colleges like scepters of ignorance. They were the merchant kings of Mercer, bartering in the currency of souls, indifferent to the plight of their subjects. And so, dear listener, I stand before you, a chronicler of what...
Opening with a somber tone, welcome to our exploration of the businesses surrounding the esteemed Mercer University in Macon. As we embark on this journey, I must prepare you for a landscape that, while vibrant in its academic prestige, is marred by a tapestry of consumer woes. Imagine, if you will, a scene where the bright-eyed optimism of students and travelers alike is met with the harsh reality of less than satisfactory commercial experiences. Let us first set our sights on the shops at River Crossing, a hub that promises the allure of retail therapy but often delivers a bitter pill of disappointment. Here, the jingle of coins in one's pocket seems to vanish into the ether as returns are met with excuses rather than open arms. One is left to ponder the true cost of a cookie that carries the price tag of regret and the bitter aftertaste of customer service that seems to have taken an early lunch break. As we stroll through the corridors of commerce, we find Spa Medical, a sanctuary that beckons with the promise of rejuvenation. Yet within its walls, whispers of ineffective treatments and a customer service experience shrouded in darkness seem to outnumber the calming echoes of serenity. It's a place where the glow of relaxation is dimmed by the shadow of unfulfilled expectations. Now, let us tantalize our taste buds with a visit to Little India, where the aromas of spice and tradition waft through the air. Alas, the anticipation of a culinary journey is often met with the sobering reality of lackluster service and a symphony of mix-ups that could leave even the most patient diner feeling like they've ordered a side of frustration with their curry. In the heart of downtown, Z-Bean's coffee beckons with the scent of freshly brewed hope. Yet one cannot help but feel a chill in the air as warm smiles are as rare as a perfect espresso shot. Here, the concept of time seems to be as flexible as the patience of those awaiting their morning cup of joe. The Capitol Theater Macon stands as a beacon of culture, a venue that has echoed with the footsteps of countless patrons eager for a night of entertainment. However, the stage has also been set for confusion and a sense of displacement, where the echoes of applause are sometimes drowned out by the whispers of discontent. Finally, we find ourselves at 7th Street Salvage, a treasure trove of architectural marvels that whispers tales of yesteryear. Yet the dance of negotiation is often a solo performance, as prices remain steadfast and the promise of Southern hospitality hides behind a veil of indifference. And so, dear traveler, as you navigate the waters of commerce near Mercer University, Macon, remember to pack not only your wallet but also a measure of patience and a dash of humor. For in this land of contrasts, the pursuit of satisfaction may very well become the odyssey of your travel tales. Closing with a reflective note, while the imperfections of these establishments may cast a shadow over the idyllic campus grounds, let us not forget that within every flaw lies the seed of potential. Perhaps, with a sprinkle of empathy and a commitment to improvement, these businesses may one day mirror the excellence of the institution they surround. Until then, tread lightly, spend wisely, and may your experiences be ever in your favor.
Businesses near Mercer University, Macon, they can be tricky. Like you think you are just shopping or renting something, but some people are waiting to take advantage. There was this one case where a man, Yassin Salim, he was part of a big fraud scheme. They targeted Home Depot stores. Can you believe it? These guys used fake driver S licenses and debit cards with barely any money on them to rent expensive tools and equipment. Then they just never returned them. Like they even disabled the GPS on the machines so no one could track them. They stole over $800,000 worth of stuff. I bet the stores did not even notice at first, And they used stolen license plates too, like they thought they were so smart. But guess what? He got caught and now he is facing federal charges. That is what happens when you think you can just take things and get away with it. Then there was this other thing at Kroger, like 2 women pretending to be normal shoppers with coupons. But they were not there to shop. They were stealing cleaning supplies and paper goods, just loading up their carts and walking out like it was nothing. And then they sold everything online for profit. Like why? Why do people have to ruin things for everyone? I bet the workers at Kroger felt so stupid when they realized what was happening. And those women probably thought they were so